Hello, everyone. This is going to be really difficult for me, but I'm going to try my best. Here we have my first Titan review, which is Transformers Legacy, Cybertron Universe, Metroplex. I'm going freehand for this part because this is a really big box. So, as you can see, we have Metroplex here beating up Kickback, Inferno. There's the Nemesis. There's his vehicle mode in the background, so I guess he multiplied. I didn't know he had those powers. But there you go. There's his box. You got him up top in his vehicle mode, Transformers Legacy. Side of the box, you got Optimus, Hot Rod. Can't remember her name. Chromia. Blaster. Bulkhead. Back of the box, you got Metroplex doing Metroplex things. Metroplex in his work mode, because that's a thing. Bottom of the box has barcode and stuff. So, now for the big man himself. So, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys. This is the biggest figure in my collection. Or one of the two biggest figures in my collection. Because this and another guy who will be the next review, we're both Titan class. You actually can see his box in the background. So, I never owned a Titan, as a lie. I owned the Combiner Wars Devastator, but he doesn't feel like a proper Titan. He's just a big combiner. This is my first real Titan, and I did have the original Metroplex Cybertron toy growing up, so this was very exciting for me. I just wasn't really collecting mainline when Legacy came out. I was more into Masterpiece. I'm basically, besides Jetfire, I'm caught up on Masterpiece. So, I need my Transformers fix. Went into mainline, and I've gone too deep. I can't get out now. But he's huge. He's really big. And I don't know if this is based on a real vehicle. I think it is. He looks like a big monster, because it looks like it's going to eat me, but there you go. The original Transformers Cybertron toy was a leader class figure. Like a back in the day leader class figure. So, still nowhere near as big as this. This is just shy of 2 feet tall. This thing's huge. Articulation-wise, this turns. This can move up and down. Do all sorts of fun stuff with that. He's very clicky and he's very loud. So this might be a very loud review. Just so you guys are aware. But let's go ahead and do the part I was dreading for this review, which is try and transform a Titan on camera. Here we go. So we're going to straighten this all out. Pull these off. Yeah, parts forming. I know. Shut up. So next we're going to disconnect these. And he's going to rise like Palpatine told Vader to. And we're going to disconnect these pieces. And raise that up. We're going to have to raise the camera because he's going to get pretty freaking tall. Straighten out the legs. These arms are going to come forward. And you're not just supposed to turn it. You're supposed to disconnect it up here. Plug in right there. Close that up. Turn that around. Gun will point forward. Same thing over here. Close that up. We got some semblance of a thing going on here. So take this piece. Make sure one of the arms is folded back. And we're going to rotate this around. Close that up. Point that forward. And you could turn that around if you want to. Doesn't really make a difference. And there you have Metroplex in his work mode for the most part. What you can do if you want. Oh, and also fold these wheels on the bottom. Fold those down. It'll help stabilize him. So you can take this piece right here, plug it into his arm. Take this piece, plug it into his other arm. And there we have the full effect of Metroplex in his work mode. I'm not going to go over the articulation in this mode. I will go over his articulation when he's in his full raw mode. But he kind of looks like a derp. He kind of looks like a dwarf. Like the giant dwarf from Avengers Infinity War. But, it's neat. They couldn't give him a base mode. So to give him his work mode from the original toy, I think was a decent enough compromise. Since Metroplex and Cybertron didn't have a base mode. So I think this is a decent compromise. It's more of an in-between transformation mode, but it's something. He doesn't really have a face. What can you do? So let's go ahead and take these pieces off. And we're going to go down here, straighten out his legs. Yeah, I might need another camera stand because this guy is going to be huge. He's going to be quite large and imposing. So, get that out of the way. Rotate that around. Fold that back. Open those up. Get the arms back. Make sure they clip in. Close that up. There you go. And now, straighten this out. Turn the boy around. Fold these guns up like that. Push the elbows out. Or those are, yeah, those are elbows. I'm not dumb. Open this piece up and rotate his hands out. Same thing over here. Go in here, open this piece up, close that up, and fold it in. Let me make sure I did that right. Yep. That'll peg in right there, and you can push that in right there. Open his back up. Turn the head around. And fold all of that back. And there you go. You have Metroplex in his full robot mode. Yeah, he's freaking huge. He is massive. You can of course take these two pieces, connect them to make his weapon, the Spark Drinker. Pull this, rotate it, move that up. I'll plug it into his hand in a minute. But I would like to go over some size comparisons before I do anything. So, we're going to do one Commander class, one Leader, one Voyager, one Deluxe. So here we have the HasLab Victory Saber. And he's a pretty big dude. I don't think he even comes up to Metroplex's waist. He's a big boy. Here's Studio Series Grimlock. Not my figure, but you know. There you go. Here we have Cybertron Override. She doesn't want to stand right now, but get the idea. And Armada Power Links Hotshot. This guy is huge. And honestly, his size is quite impressive. You know, when you see pictures of the videos of these guys online, you don't really process how big they are until they're in your hand. And then you're like, phew. Articulation-wise, his head is on 360. His neck can go wibbly-wobbly all over the place. His mouth opens, which I don't know why his mouth opens, but okay. It opens. Shoulders, full 360, up and down. Turn at the, knocking over the camera. Turn at the bicep. Very, very strong elbows. Turn at the wrist. Another, that's the, turn up there, turn at the wrist. Fingers move, but they're all one piece. Thumb moves up and down. He's got a waist swivel, full 360. He's got an ab crunch. His legs, if you pull wheelies face up, can go that high. He's got a knee joint. He's got a foot bend, and he's got an ankle pivot. His legs can go further back, too. And he can do the splits. So for a giant dude, he is quite nimble. He can do a lot. He's got a lot of posability, which does make up for a couple of his shortcomings, which I'll get to in a second. And they're mainly things that aren't really an issue with him personally, just kind of where Legacy's going or where Legacy's went. So he can store the axe on his back, which if you take this port and that port and plug them in to the back, which isn't all that hard to do, and then you can kind of put it to the side and he can hold his axe. So that's cool. Getting it off's a bit trickier, but you know, it is what it is. And then he can, of course, hold it. And it has the typical, like, MP plug-in where you open up the hand and it kind of, it just tabs in. There you go. No, Cybertron Prime cannot hold his axe like the original Cybertron toy could. That's not going to work. They were both leader classes in the Cybertron line. He's a Titan. So, the Galaxy Upgrade Optimus cannot hold that. Now, when I said shortcomings earlier, the original toy came with both a Cyber Planet key and a Minicon. He does not come with a Cyber Planet key or a Minicon. Which is a little unfortunate, but there is the DNA Design upgrade kit does come with his Minicon, so I might consider getting that. But there also isn't a Cyber Key gimmick, which these toys don't have gimmicks. They have more articulation. I'd rather have an articulated figure than a gimmick. That's just me. But I am head over heels for this Metroplex. I love him, actually. I got him on a whim because I've been big on the Unicron Trilogy new stuff. And I was like, okay, I kind of need him. And I found him for a good enough price on eBay. Because he's on sale. He's going for cheaper now, so I bought him off of eBay. And I'm quite pleased with him. I think he's my favorite figure from the standard Legacy line, not so much Evolution, but from the first year of Legacy, I think he's my favorite figure from there. I quite like him. And I don't know if I like him more than the other Titan I have. They're kind of evening out for me in different ways. But I have more of an emotional attachment to this one than I do the other one, because I grew up with this, not so much the other one. But we'll talk about the other one next time. But yeah, I'd say get him for sure. I think he's a great figure. I think he looks awesome. He poses well. He's quite imposing. And I think you'll be really pleased with him. So thank you guys so much for watching this giant video. And I hope you stick around next time for more. Take Take care.